Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt. We are live on location. I'm from parts unknown right now. That's why I got the Brunch Boxing background.
You look like you're about to interrupt a WWE match. You look like you're about to interrupt a WWE. Is Triple H booking the show today? Because it looks like you're about to interrupt the match.
Hey, listen, I'm on the road. I'm doing some road work today. So if I'm out of breath, that's why, Black Ice is in the building. But we got the host of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing, EzRaw boxing. What's going on, Ezra?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for the show today.
And of course, we got the super producer, the master marionette himself, Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
Doing good. Getting ready for the day. Getting ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Ooh. So should be a good weekend. We got some fights today and good football tomorrow.
Yeah, we got lots of stuff to talk about too, man. A lot of news and notes, a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff to get into. But for those of you who see the show title, Errol Spence Jr. returns? Question mark. Errol Spence Jr. was seen in the boxing gym with Aaron Peterson, okay, getting a lot of work. And I got to tell you, Errol Spence Jr. was looking very svelte, okay? He was looking in shape, in fighting shape. Ezra, are we reading too much into this?
I don't. Like I said, he's in that list. It's a very list. I hold very dear to my heart.
That's 2025, Ezra.
I'm telling you,
new Ezra. New Ezra.
He's retired until he steps in the ring. I'm telling you right now. But like I said, I'm in the gym. It's a positive sign. If you want to read into that, it's a positive sign, right? Being in shape's a positive sign. That's a good thing. But I just tell you right now, until he steps in the ring, until he puts the name on the contract and actually steps in that ring, I'm not buying any of it.
Hey, listen. Being in shape is for the ordinary civilian. It's the difference between being in the gym as an ordinary civilian and being in the gym as a fighter.
Huey, and I'm not sure which one it is for him.
Hit my music. Right off top, I am hearing, and I know, Ezra, you're going to say we've heard it all before, but I am hearing that you guys should all get your bags all packed because we are going to have the biggest of shindigs in the summertime because I'm hearing the big fish, Errol Spence Jr., is likely to return to the ring in the summertime. And I'm telling you right now, I'm already updating my ID because I'm getting on a plane for this one. You're getting on a plane for this one, Ezra. You're getting on a plane for this one, Huey. We're all going to be there live on location, and we're going to have the hugest Brunch Boxing meet and greets. It's going to be a great week of events.
Can I tell you something right now? If the 2 times that I travel for this show are both in Texas, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this better be in Vegas because I'm not traveling twice for this show and I'm going to Texas both times.
You might be going to Texas both times, Ezra.
I know. It's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? If I'm going to travel for the show, let me at least see the world.
Hey, so you're telling me you want to get a nice suite at Texas Stadium?
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying the place. I'm not talking about the arena. The arena's going to be fine no matter what. But I'm just saying the place.
All I'm saying is get your boots on, well, shoes, pack your bags. Hey, even bring the wife and kids if you must. It's like whatever you got to do to get there, make sure you get there because this is going to be the biggest event of 26.
All right, we'll see. Like I said, I'm like, let me tell you, I get the rumors are flying and all that. Listen, sign the contract, get in the ring. We'll see then. Getting in the gym, listen, it's very easy to get in the gym. Very easy to get in the gym. Matt, you'll probably be in the gym twice a day. You'll probably be doing a 2-a-day, twice a day in the gym. You know what I mean? Now,
let me ask you a question. Because I know who the opponent's going to be. I'm not going to reveal the opponent yet.
Why not? You know why not?
Because you know what? Because you know what? Sometimes when you have a big piece of meat, you want to give for just a tip. I'm giving you guys just a tip. Okay, that's it. All right, you don't get the full salami until I'm good and ready. All right, to explode with information. All right, so I'm asking you, Ezra, what opponent do you want to see Errol Spence Jr. come back against?
Tim Zoo. I want to see him fight Tim Zoo. And you know what? Look at Matt's face. Look at Matt's face when I said that. Just if you want the whole salami, look at Matt's face when I said that right now. Just tell that right now.
Huey, do you have any thoughts on Errol Spence?
No, I was trying to think of, well, once you said it and he was coming back, I was trying to think of who I would like to see. I thought of the recent Tony Harrison interview and thinking of that potential
That'd be
fight.
a good one
I really
too.
like the Tim Zoo call out.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are wondering why I'm wearing a hood, it's because I'm bald again. I shaved my head again.
Once
you can see I'm not really
once
bald.
you go bald,
I'm not really
you never
bald.
stop being bald. So I don't know what you mean again. Once you go bald,
you can see I'm not really bald, but I did shave my head, and I did not want Shadeja Green tapping in and then saying some bullshit to make me upset.
Is it cold in New York?
It is very cold in New York. It's like 15 degrees.
You only have one sweater on.
I'm fat.
All right. There you go. You made perfect sense of it.
Hey, salute to Alexis Mosqueda. Hello to you too. Hopefully you're a woman. With
we got a question from Corner. What weight would he be returning at 154 or 160?
Doesn't matter.
That's also.
He's gonna return at whatever weight he can make, and then his opponent is gonna be whatever weight Errol Spence can make. That's what it's gonna be.
157 incoming. Natural.
All right. Listen, let's just wait. But word on the street is that the big fish will be swimming in a warm month. In a warm month. Okay. Huey, what else we got today?
What do we got on Boots Ennis, Matt? We're hearing a lot about Boots Ennis this week. What's the latest? Can you give us an update?
You know, it's funny because we did see the interview with Eddie Hearn and Josh Kelly. They were saying, hey, Josh Kelly signed to fight Boots, but he doesn't have to fight Boots.
I don't know what that means.
Explain that to me, guys, please.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I don't know what a good contract is if you don't have to enforce it. It can't be enforced. I don't know what that is. Then where did he sign to fight Boots? That's what I'm curious. But yeah, listen, we know Eddie Hearn's we know what Eddie Hearn does. He likes to pull stuff. He likes to say things are happening, and then when can I be honest with you? I don't think he thought Kelly could win that fight. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he ever thought, when he said that, I don't think he ever thought Kelly could win that fight. So I think he's like, oh, whoa, we got to do some stuff here. And I think he realizes, I think I have a guy that I could milk some money out of. Might be a guy that I could fight Conor Ben with or do something else with. And why am I going to feed him to Boots right away? He's definitely not going to be Boots. I know I'm not going to get too wrong. So I definitely, let me wait on this. Let me milk this a little bit. And I think that's what it is. I think that's what we're seeing here. Now, this is the one thing, right, that people said when Boots signed with Eddie, this was the one thing that they were kind of warned about, right? And I said, look at
you mean me?
Yes. Now, when I don't want to give you credit, I'll say they, like if it's just some random person.
Okay, because I'm like, it was me.
But what I'm like, to this point, I've said like you couldn't really complain about Eddie. He kind of done everything Boots needed him to do. But now, right, when there's a title for him to grab right here, right there, they're easy to make, suddenly they can't make it. And let me tell you something. Kelly's team is not in a hurry to get him in there with Boots. I promise you that. I promise you that. There's way better fights for him to take that are more winnable than to get him in there.
But Ezra, do you remember what I said while we were talking about this? Because remember they said, hey, Josh Kelly signed to fight Boots, but Boots is going to fight Virgil next somehow. I'm like, something doesn't smell right. It turns out all of this doesn't smell right because according to Dan the Boxing Man, my guy, Dan the Boxing Man, Boots may be fighting friend of the show, Rashidi Ellis.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Huey, hit my music.
Disappointed we're not getting the Harlem Shake on camera.
Yeah, now, No, y'all don't want to see the shoulders go crazy. Y'all not ready for that. But what I will say is, I reached out to Rashidi Ellis, and Rashidi Ellis has no fucking clue what anyone is talking about.
That's
Yo,
great.
I said, Rashidi, are you fighting Boots next? That's the rumor. He said, I wish they would call me. Ain't nobody contact me. There's been no talks about him fighting Boots at all. And it's looking like he's going to do another CES boxing show next. But he did say if they call him, he will take the fight. So whoever's starting the rumor that Rashidi Ellis is fighting Boots next, get on the phone and actually contact the fighter or his people to make the fucking fight happen because he's ready for the fight.
Well, I don't, whatever. I think that I like Rashidi Ellis. I hope he gets opportunity. But
I
like,
hope he gets the Boots fight.
but from Boots' perspective, that would be going the wrong way. I
No,
think that.
it's not going the wrong way. It's
I
not
think
going the
so.
wrong way because first of all, Rashidi Ellis is better than Usman Lima, so it's
Then,
going to be an upgrade from his last opponent.
but
Second
is
of
it
all,
okay?
second
Then
of all, he
okay, let's
ain't
phrase it
getting.
differently.
Listen. He's not getting the Virgil fight.
That's fine, but let's
I
phrase it
told
differently
you
then.
that he's not
Not
getting
the
the
wrong
Virgil
way, then,
fight.
right? Because you're right about that. You're right about that. Rashidi Ellis is better than that guy for sure. And I'm not even saying Rashidi Ellis isn't good enough to be in this fight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as notoriety and name and what it would do for Boots' career, this is definitely come short of what we were imagining for his next fight.
No. Because here's the thing. According to Eddie Hearn, and you know, when do we believe him? When don't we believe him? He says that Boots' next fight is going to be either in Atlanta or Chicago.
Okay, and what does that mean?
See, this is what happens when you're not one of us.
Okay,
You know, I see what Kendrick was saying. Okay. If he's fighting in Atlanta or Chicago, the opponent needs to be Rashidi Ellis. I'm gonna just leave it
okay,
at that.
okay,
If you know, you know.
okay,
Power to the people.
okay.
Is the Josh Kelly situation one of those where they like sign the intent to fight, but the actual contract doesn't get signed until the weigh-ins type thing?
Bro, do you remember when they said that Boots signed on to fight Virgil?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
What
it
does
doesn't
that
mean,
ever mean?
it doesn't mean
I've been, you know what? I don't want to feel like I'm attacking Eddie Hearn. I'm sure he's a great guy, whatever. But it's the same bullshit that it's been like every fucking time with Eddie Hearn. Whenever Eddie Hearn comes out and say they signed on to fight, don't believe none of that shit. Don't believe none of that shit. All that means is Boots said, yo, Eddie, I want to fight Virgil. All right, good. You'll fight Virgil. Here, sign right here. You know what? He signed to fight Virgil without talking to nobody. That's essentially what happened. There's no pen to paper. There's no real negotiations. Because why would Josh Kelly lock himself into a contract and figures
after his biggest win.
before his biggest win?
Before his
Remember, they
biggest
said it was time. Yeah, come
Yeah.
on. Come on. So was he gonna fight Josh Kelly if Josh Kelly lost?
No.
All right then. Then it never made no sense from the beginning. All right. Real quick, Huey, I know we don't usually do this, but I want to talk about an article that I wrote this week on the Brunch Boxing website. An article that I thought was pretty benign, but has caused controversy. It has caused controversy in the boxing world. And this article was about friend of the show, world traveler Prince Patel. Now, we all know that Prince Patel has been calling for the big fights. You know, he's been blackballed by the British boxing industry. He can't get an interview nowhere, no podcast, not on Talksport, not on Sky Sports. No, he can't get an interview nowhere. He can't get a big fight to save his life. It almost seems like his career in the UK is in limbo because nobody wants to give that man the opportunity. So we know the story. If you heard the interview, excellent interview, by the way, which is on all streaming platforms, including Spotify. Go download it right now and go listen to the interview. He went around the world, traveling to Africa, countries like Tanzania and Ghana. He also went in Europe. He was fighting in Poland. He's fought in various countries, just beating people up and collecting belts. But now he's ready to do that at home. So I wrote the article about it. He's calling for the industry to unban him. to not blacklist him, not blackball him, and not black him, and a lot of people were in the comments upset. They were like, oh, he's not being blackballed. He's not being this. He's not being that. Oh, you know what you're talking about? What do you guys think about what's going on with Prince Patel?
Listen, I think he definitely is being blackballed. I think that Prince Patel, maybe it's too controversial for people's liking, and the people don't like what people are overly confident, I feel like, and they want to hold someone down. They don't like when someone says, I'm this. They want to be like, no, you're not. They want to knock you down. And you know what? I go through the same thing. I go through the same. That's why you only see Matter interviews, not me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just, wait a minute. Is that who I think it is, Huey?
Yeah, we got someone joining the show here right now.
Wait a damn minute. Hey, say his name and he appears. I believe in Prince Patel. Is that Prince Patel?
Yep, it is.
Jesus.
It is.
Oh,
With championship gold. With championship gold.
Man. Man.
With a top 15 with the WBA coming in as well.
Welcome to the show, Prince Patel. I'm not sure if you read the article yet, but I wrote a piece about you, about your, I don't want to call it plight, because you've turned it into something positive and have been a world traveler, beating people up, collecting their belts, and fornicating with their women, as you so eloquently put. What is going on with you in the UK?
I don't know, man. I had Adam Azim, when I was 6,000 miles away, say that in an interview with BKM that he was going to slap me, which never happened, which could never happen, because he would have been in some incredible danger if he attempted to even touch a finger on me. Because what actually happened, you're thinking, well, where did this even happen? How did this even happen? We're going back all the way to October of 2024. Adam Azim, I think, just beat O'Hara Davis on Sky Sports, and then it must have been at 1 o'clock in the morning. BKM rang me saying, do you fancy doing an interview in Slough, which is where Adam's from? I was like, it's a bit late, but so I thought, is this like a booty call for them or something? Like, they ringing me at like 1 in the morning to come around. I was like, what's going on there? So I went down there. I was outnumbered like 4-1. There was like 12 of them. I was only with like 3 guys. Well, 3 of us went down there, and then when I looked at Adam in person, like he has like a look. Yeah, he's quite an ugly guy. So like I had to tell him, like, you look like Napoleon Dynamite, Squidward, and Jafar from Aladdin, like, all rolled into one. And like when I said that to him, he like just puts his head down, and he's like, "That's not very nice." So I was like, "What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?" And then I kind of sunned him, innit? Like bullied him a little bit, had to humble him a little. Then like BKM asked me, like, who do you think would win between him and Dalton? I was like, well, Adam's the one that's pulled out of the fight, vacated his European title, didn't want to fight him. And he said, and I quote, God told him not to fight. So I went, you spoke to Allah? And he was like, well, not me, my team did, innit? So I was like, what? So Shane McGuigan has had a prophecy and spoke to God, yeah? And he was like, well, no, not exactly. And then like BKM had to interrupt and say like, oh, what he means is the fight will be bigger down the line. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he didn't say that. He talked about prophecies of God and speaking to God and stuff like that. I was like, he didn't say that. It's like, I don't know where all this tough guy, I don't know if you've seen the interview with BKM where he said he would slap me and he called me a chubby flyaway and tried to fat shame me. Well, I don't think I'm fat personally, but like,
hey,
trying to fat shame me.
As a fat guy, I'm against fat shaming. You know what? It's time for you to knock him out. Teach him a lesson.
I agree. I don't mind BBWs personally, like, but I'm just saying I was kind of offended by what he said. But like, he also said drop levels to fight me. Then BKM had to remind him, well, you both kind of won the same stuff. Like, he was an IBO world champion, you won an IBO. We're kind of on the same sort of like credential wise. Plus, I've won more belts. But like, when he said drop levels, I was thinking, well, did you drop levels when you fought Scooby Doo in your last fight? Mm-hmm. Scooby Doo's never had a championship fight before. Never done the 12 rounds. Never done anything like that. Did he drop levels then? And if you look at his whole record, what have any of them won? Like Litnets won a IBF back in 2020, 2014. I was gonna say 2024. We're going back all the way to 2014. I wasn't even boxing professionally in 2014, and I've been pro for 11 years.
Now, listen, as much as I would love to talk to you about Adam Azim, you may not know this, but a little message hit my bat phone. There's someone in boxing that wants to fight Prince Patel. There's someone that wants to fight Prince Patel. So I'm just going to play the audio, and I want to get your reaction to this person wanting to fight Prince Patel. Huey, cue the audio.
Hey, I'm very interested. Thank you for reaching out. I miss you a lot. I hope to do this fight, in India. Tell them that I'm interested, and I'll be, contacting my team so that they could get on this. So hopefully we can make it happen. Thank you.
Now, word on the street, for those who don't know, that was the voice of Ryan Garcia, who will be fighting Mario Barrios on February 21st in Las Vegas, Nevada. Apparently, Ryan Garcia has contacted officials in India trying to make a Prince Patel Ryan Garcia matchup. What's your reaction to hearing that audio, Prince Patel?
He gets knocked out in brutal fashion.
Is that a fight?
What, have you ever had
No, I'm talking.
Well, I'm just curious. I think this question needs to be asked. Have you ever had any interactions with Ryan before?
Nope. But there's from what I've been told myself, there's a financial backer in India that wants to stage that fight. Wants that fight to happen. They looked at me as someone who's achieved the most of all time in Indian combat sports, highest achiever, and they thought that's the perfect guy. He's got a great look, he's got great power, and he doesn't need one punch from the gods. Any punch can take Ryan out.
Now, is that a fight that you would actually entertain?
100%. Ryan's, as I said before in Brunch Boxing, and as I said in my last interview, my last fight, I said I want the big names. A lot of people, and rightfully so, have said they don't know any of the guys on my record, all that sorts of stuff, which is true. I take accountability for that. I want to fight the big names out there. Everyone knows who Ryan Garcia is. They all know who he is. And once my fist hits his chin and his chin hits the floor, everyone's going to see the memes. They're going to see the videos. They're going to see the highlight reel, and they're going to know him even more. But now for the guy that got knocked out by an Indian guy. No, and we all know the stereotypes on the internet, like Indian guys ain't really respected. So obviously, when one Indian guy knocks out Ryan Garcia, that's his career over. And from what I see, a thing about him as well, he said to his dad that ain't we part Indian, so we could see who's the more dominant Indian.
So this is bigger.
When I say Indian, I think he's a different type of Indian, but still relative.
Would you say this is bigger than boxing then?
I'd say this would be my announcement to the stage, like my calling, like it's something to bring me to the dance, innit? Like I knock out Ryan Garcia, someone who I believe didn't deserve this world title fight against Barrios, someone who's a convicted drug cheat, and someone that hasn't won a fight in nearly 3 years, since 2023 December, ain't won a fight, and he's got a WBC. Mauricio Suleiman is sanctioned a WBC world. That's why I went with the WBA here, because when I'm seeing guys like Ryan Garcia getting sanctioned for world title fights after losing for a WBA world title against Roly Poly, it's just not acceptable.
Is there anything about Ryan's game that you respect?
I respect the social media hustle. I respect that he's got a lot of eyes on the sport. Just like with Jake Paul, I respect Jake Paul as well. Jake Paul's got a lot of eyes on the sport.
I think
you mean the ring? He's got fast-ish hands, I'd say. Yeah. Look, I don't want no excuses. When this fight gets made, And when I knock him out, I want people to look at Ryan Garcia as he was like the next Oscar De La Hoya, all these abilities, amazing fighter, power, speed, all this stuff. I want no excuses. That's why I want the best. That's why I'm calling for the big names.
How come you haven't got the big names to this date?
I believe it's God's timing, probably, you know, but maybe I said stuff in the past which has upset people, mud sticks. Maybe people are still upset and a bit bitter about things. Maybe people are upset that I've gone around the world and done things on my own and picked up more titles than probably most fighters do pick up in their careers. Probably multiple fighters combined together probably ain't achieved what I've achieved. I believe, in the words of Gustavo Oliveri from the WBO, belts matter.
All right,
and
we got a couple questions.
Yeah, go on.
We got a couple questions from the listeners. Martin W. This time wants to know. He says princes fall all over the world. Some places without much boxing infrastructure. Where was the most surprisingly professional setup?
Thailand was pretty professional. I don't know if you look at Thailand as a third world country, maybe, but Thailand was quite surprising by how well the show run. Yeah, I'd say Thailand probably was the most surprising.
Yeah,
obviously with Africa, you know what you'll get. You know what you're going to get with Africa. It's just a bit of, it's a bit bizarre out there, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Thailand, especially their nightlife scene. Hey now. All right. Brick Squad. Oh boy. I see. Here's the thing. I don't know about this, so I hope this is not a setup kind of question. Brick Squad said, ask the Prince about his famed altercation with Big Fat Phrase.
That's the super heavyweight Olympic bronze medalist.
This is about Fraser Clark?
Yeah, he grabbed me, which I still believe was in a sexual manner, but obviously it's all perspective to the person who's there. As the victim of this, I felt it was sexual. But to be honest, you know, in the 21st century, I think that was 2023. That was. I have no issues with homosexuals or bisexuals. You know, love is love, and just whatever, man. Just don't grab me.
We're trying to get you a big fight, Prince. Come on, man.
To be
exactly,
fair,
I'm saying love is love, isn't it? Like it's cool, like, but just don't do it to me. Just, I'm a nice guy. I don't want to be great.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
Rich, it seems like every interaction seems to lead with a confrontation with one of these people. Is there any fighters you are friendly with? Like, was there any fighters you'd be like, "That's, you know what, that's my friend. I consider him," that we would know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like fighters that you would know, not really. It's like the lower level sort of. No disrespect to them, they're my friends and stuff. But like, one of my friends is a Commonwealth silver champion. I know you're probably thinking the Commonwealth ain't a great belt itself, and you're thinking silver makes it even worse. But like, yeah, Martin Hillman, he's a nice guy. He's Irish and English. Trying to think who else is there. There's
real quick, not to interrupt you. I've been reading these comments in the chat. This technique guy, 539. This guy's fucking racist. Please add him to the block party. Add him to the block party.
No, this is what I mean. I don't even know what was said there, but I guarantee it was South Asian hate.
We got to add him to the block party first. Hold on.
You blocked. You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man.
Get that son of a bitch off my field. We don't tolerate that here. We don't tolerate that here. Get the fuck out of here, man. All right, go ahead, Prince.
But yeah, I don't even know what was said there, but I'm assuming it was some South Asian hate.
Yes, it was.
Which I'm fine. I'm fine with. Like,
time out, and then he came back and did it again, so we had to just give him the boot.
See, I don't mind that. A reaction is better than no action.
Yeah. and he also said that you went to Thailand for a hand job, which, hey, may or may not be true, but this is a family show. Oh man. All right. Listen, Prince, I appreciate you for popping in with us, man. We will wrap again soon. Listen, I'm gonna post about this Ryan Garcia fight. I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm gonna post about this fight.
Look, Ryan knows about this. I know about this. The dealers know about this. It should and could happen.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Hey, Irish Logic, you have joined the block party.
Another blocked person?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I'll
You
don't mind
blocked.
you read-
You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man.
My bad. I'd already pressed it.
You're good.
I don't mind you reading out the comments. It's
Nah,
funny.
nah. We're not that type of show. Listen, I know people like to troll. Do that shit on your own time. And Johnny Blaze said we can't block the voice of the people. Hey, listen, when the voice of the people is racism and homophobia, we will block it. So if you have a problem with that, you let me know, and we can add you to the party.
I have a problem with women beaters and drug cheats. Just want to point that out.
That's very true. Very true. But like I said, listen, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you, Prince. We will
Thanks for
follow
having
up
me.
with
Thanks
you
for having
on
me.
this Ryan Garcia thing, man. Thanks for popping in, man. Prince
Hey,
Patel,
hey,
ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen.
Prince,
Peace,
before you
guys.
head out,
Take care.
where they can find
Peace.
you online. Oh, keep
Yeah,
going.
go follow him at Prince Patel 1993 on Twitter, and just Google Prince Patel. All his shit comes up because he is known the world over, the road warrior. Prince Patel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, wow.
That was great
That,
stuff.
that came out of
That was a
nowhere,
nice little
man.
Jacob to the show. Got
Wow.
like you said, he's like Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. But moving back to the news of the week, we're hearing shock. We're hearing shock. Oshaki Foster continue to request that Shakur Stevenson fight. Now we saw Shakur Stevenson get relinquished of his belt at 135. Do we think Shakur fights him?
What you
Do
think,
you
Ez?
think Shakur fights him?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think that Shakur's in a really, he's really in a really good spot. See Brick Squad's comment. Okay, he's in a really good, spot right now, and he's got the right backers behind him. I like Oshaki Foster. I think that's actually a very interesting fight, but I don't think that's going to be what they're looking to do. I think they're going to look for the most attention they can get for a fight. So I think a guy like Pitbull would be more interesting to them. I think Russell would be more interesting to them, and I even think a Roach would be more interesting to them.
Huh. More interesting than Shaki Foster, who probably had the best performance on
I agree with you.
undercard.
I agree with you, but it's just the name value. I don't think he has the name value of the other guys yet.
I think he does, and I think that his name value went up after the Fulton fight, and people are starting to dig in. People are starting to dig into the past of Oshaki Foster and Shakur Stevenson, and people are starting to find out that when Oshaki Foster was the mandatory for Shakur Stevenson at 130, Shakur Stevenson moved up to 135. People are starting to find this out, so I think people are starting to call for this fight.
It'd be a great fight if we got it. Listen, I will tell you right now, I think that's a tricky fight. I know you crowned Shakur the best fighter in the world right now. I know you crowned him that. But I think that's an interesting style for him to fight. I think that'd be a very tough style for him to fight. I got to be honest with you. The reason why I said you couldn't say that after the Teal fight, because that was a perfect style for Shakur. Oshaki brings stuff in there that Teal can't do.
Now, let me ask you a question. How would you feel if Shakur dismisses Oshaki as an opponent and then fights someone that we don't care about?
Like, name the guy. Because me and you have different things we care about.
Adam Azim.
Oh, no, I'd be like, that's a good fight. Adam Azim's a good fight.
You would want to see that more than Oshaki Foster?
Not maybe more, but I wouldn't mind it. It's not a bad choice.
No, I would mind it.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
The only fights I want to see Shakur in next are either Gary Antoine Russell, Oshaki Foster, Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, or Prince Patel.
Like, okay. Who?
Nobody, man. Nobody.
Yeah, like I said, I think Adam Azim's a good fighter. I don't think he's a bad fighter. Now, I think that Shakur, if we're talking about guys that Shakur might have an easier time against, yeah, he might school Azim pretty bad. But I still think that's like a tough fight. It's a different style. I wouldn't mind that.
Hey, somebody said, Alan Day Sr. says that Foster is a non-fucking factor. What does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
No, explain to me what that means. You know what? Let's do something different, Huey. Can you drop the StreamYard into the comments?
I can.
Well,
I
this is
want to
risky.
see
Oh,
if
this is
these
risky.
people, with all these opinions in the comments, can come up on the show right now and first of all tell us what the fuck you mean
It's risky.
and defend your comments. Defend
Oh,
your
he's here.
comments.
Alan
He's
Day is
here.
We're gonna add him to the stage.
All right,
Alan,
let's get Alan on here.
Alan, you're
Let's
on
get-
with Brunch Boxing. What do you got to say about Raymond?
What's going on, man?
Yeah,
So
yes.
so listen to me, man. Raymond, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going right to Raymond, to the fight that I want to see.
No.
I would
Before
love
we get
to
to
see,
Raymond, I want to
but
know what you mean by O'Shaquie is the non-fucking factor.
O'Shaquie is a non-fucking factor because he's a 30-pounder, and we all saw that Shakur blew the weight on the scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? We're hoping that Shaquie come up to 35, 40. What are we expecting for Shaquie?
It would be 135.
35?
Or
Yeah.
40.
Okay.
Or 40.
Okay, so what does Foster bring to the table at 35?
I mean, he's one of the more skilled fighters in boxing. I mean, he's one.
What
he's
does
one
he
of the more
bring
skilled
to the table at 35 that would make Shakur want that fight?
Here's the thing. He doesn't need to bring anything to the table besides his name and his talent, because when they were both at 130,
His
and
name?
it was yes. And when they were
Okay.
both at 130, and it was time for Shakur to fight him, Shakur blew weight.
Oh, so make sure you correct the narrative for your listeners. No, Shakur blew the weight. He lost his belt on the scale.
scales.
If he could
Correct.
make weight, he would have stayed. Yeah,
Very
he didn't move from the weight class Devin Haney style because he didn't want the fight.
Very
Now,
convenient.
Question. I have a question. So, Alan, are you saying that when O'Shaquie doesn't bring anything, you mean name value, right?
He doesn't bring name value. He doesn't have a title at 35. He doesn't have anything that he doesn't. It's not even a good fight.
I think it's a good fight.
It's not even a fan-friendly fight.
Fan-friendly. I mean, what does that mean? Because Teal, was that a fan-friendly fight when you watched it? No, but it was a good performance. So, but the one thing I do agree with Alan here is I do think name value of all the guys we're listing, he's probably one of the weaker ones name value wise.
All right, let me ask you a question then, Alan. And
Absolutely.
Thank you for actually joining us. I actually really do appreciate that.
I don't run from no smoke, man.
Hey, that's what I like to hear, because they call me Mr. Chimney because I bring the smoke. Okay, now
All right.
who do you want to see Shakur Stevenson fight next?
I would love to see that Raymond fight, because what I saw from him against Andy Cruz is smart pressure. I believe that Robert Garcia and his team will bring something to the table that will actually push Shakur. Now, I'm not saying that Raymond wins the fight, but this is the thing. Raymond wants the fight, and he has a title, and it's the green ticket, right? And I'll be a little bit biased, being that I'm based on a West Coast, and Raymond is out there in the IE. Shout out to the IE. And I just feel like for us, LA, Southern California, that East Coast, that's a big fight, man. That's a big fight. And you just got to build it.
Right now, I knew this guy was from Southern California when I saw the shades.
I'm from St. Louis, by the way. I'm from St. Louis. It's nice and sunny.
Oh, you're in St. Louis right now?
No, I'm from St. Louis, but I've been on the West Coast for about a decade.
I knew
now.
the West Coast just by telling the shades and the sun. I knew it. I was like,
Oh,
West
okay.
Coast for sure. He's not struggling in the snow like Matt. He's not stumbling in the snow like Matt is right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you a question. If not Shakur Stevenson, what do you want to see next for O'Shaquie Foster in order for him to become a factor in your eyes?
Well, it would have been nice for him to go ahead and hold on to that interim WBC title, and that would have told me that he's looking to campaign at 35. So for me, maybe he should call out Shushu. Hey, Shushu, come see me at 30. Come see me at 30. Or maybe
the one thing that O'Shaquie Foster made the right decision by doing that is he kept more options by going down the way, keeping the belt, and then keeping the opportunity to go up and challenge for the title, which is what they left him. So he kept more opportunities for himself by doing that.
Yeah, so that's
no.
What
do you mean by that?
No,
so
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't notice. The WBC said that O'Shaquie Foster can challenge for the WBC 135-pound title whenever he wants.
Mm-hmm. So
That
he
was
basically
part of the
got
conditions of him dropping the
he
belt.
basically got the cash in. He got the cash in. He got the money in the bank for
So
130.
I don't know I don't know what type of relationship your show has with the WBC, but if we've been watching the WBC on how they operate,
A good one.
they go back on their word all the time.
Hey,
I mean,
hey,
let's be
Mauricio
honest. Isn't it?
Sulaiman, friend of the show. Salute to you, Mauricio Sulaiman. We'll be seeing you in Vegas soon, my brother.
Okay, so shout out to him, but I got questions because isn't this the same? Isn't this the same sanctioning body that elevated M. Billy to championship status after pulling a draw in the 10 rounder with Lester Martinez, and then right after guaranteeing the fans, I'm a fan, right? Guarantee the fans that we were going to get a rematch.
You said he elevated and Billy to what?
To championship. At 68.
Yeah, but and Billy was already the interim champion,
yes,
right?
but
No,
Billy.
Let me explain what happened.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me explain what happened. Because I want the facts to be out there, and then you can make a decision. Because maybe y'all don't have all the facts. He was already interim champion. They ordered the fight between him and Hamza Shiraz to fight for what would be considered the vacant full championship. But since Hamza Shiraz pulled out, and they didn't have an opponent set for him, they just decided to elevate him, which they don't normally do.
That's
They
worse
would,
than a
no, they would have did the same thing with Shushu had Carlos Castro not been able to fight him. So I don't see a problem with them doing that. But what I do want to see is him fight Lester Martinez next, which now the Martinez camp seems to want a little bit. But from what I was told, it was Lester Martinez who didn't want to do the rematch right away.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
No, hold on, because I know, you can have a problem with it, but I know what I know. Lester Martinez was supposed to be coming back very soon in Stay Busy Fight, and then he was trying to fight Trevor McCumbee in July. And I heard that from the people directly.
I still don't believe that, Matt. I still
that's false, bro. That's false. That's false. That's false. Because listen to me. Before we even knew about the Hamza fight, we knew that that M. Billy and Lester Martinez had an immediate rematch in the 12-round bout. Because remember. That was a 10-round bout where M. Billy was fading in against Lester Martinez.
Correct.
And it was M. Billy that petitioned to the WBC to get an exception to move on against Hamza. And in fact, it wasn't even Hamza at first. It was someone else. It was it Pacheco?
No, it wasn't Pacheco. It was Magia.
Oh, it was Magia. So yeah, he petitioned with the WBC.
Why did Gary Jonas, who runs Lester Martinez's career, and I shout out to Gary Jonas, friend of the show, why is he trying to set up Lester Martinez versus Trevor McCumbee?
Because M. Billy dipped. And Billy got up out of there. He got up out of there.
You know what's funny about Lester
Martinez? But listen, brother. Why? Just listen. Just think about it. Why would Lester Martinez, a guy he know in his mind, he know that he won that fight against M. Billy. He know that. So why would he walk away from that fight, which was a 10-rounder, 4 title, more money for McCumbie? Why would just think of the business?
Let's think of the business. Listen, he might know, quote unquote, that he won that fight, but you know what else he knows? He went through hell that night. That wasn't no easy fight. That was a fucking war. And maybe
it was.
But maybe it's not Lester Martinez himself. But I know for a fact that Gary Jonas is trying to set up the McCumbee fight. I know this to be true for a fact. So I don't need to speculate. I know this for a fact.
But maybe Gary Jones is trying to set it up, but maybe Lester don't want it.
All right, but listen.
But you would admit with me, Matt.
Listen to something very interesting though. Can you pull up K Gunner's question? Because his question says, didn't Lester just petition for a rematch today? Hey, guess what? He petitioned for a rematch, but not really. What did he petition for? He said a rematch or an interim title shot. If you wanted a rematch, you would just petition for a rematch. He's okay with just getting an interim title shot and then having the rematch a little bit further down the line. And I'll be honest, when I spoke to Christian and Billy like a week ago, he says he's not even thinking about Lester Martinez right now. They
Of
know they're
course he's
gonna
not.
fight. No, listen to what he said. Because they know that they're gonna fight, but he said that him and Lester Martinez is not gonna fight until later in the year. So maybe they have some sort of unspoken agreement between each other. Because
Brother,
he
come on,
said that
man.
they're not gonna. I'm telling you, listen, I'm just telling you what the man said. Listen, you can choose whether or not to believe him. I'm telling you
No,
what
no,
the
no.
man said
I'm
because I
not.
spoke to
I'm
him
not.
directly.
I've been watching the sport for a very long time, and we all know, chat. We know that whenever there's a fight that's planned, a fight after a fight, that somebody can spoil the apple cart.
All the
So that's
time,
not a
all the time,
guarantee because
all the
see,
time.
Lester Martinez, he's not just going after M. Billy, a guy he know he was beating up on, who was fading
That
after
was beating up on
eight
him too.
rounds.
That was
After
beating up on
after
him too.
no, no, no. And Billy was fading after 8 rounds, right?
Them
So
boys
he
was
know
throwing
a
them
guy who was
hands.
fading.
He's
So
lucky
he
it wasn't
know he
12.
can beat him. He know he can beat him. But he also know that he's a young guy looking for a championship. He's looking for a title. So if that title move off of him, Billy, he's going to whoever have the title.
So
Huh?
you're okay with him petitioning for or an interim title shot instead of petitioning straight for Billy.
Well, he petitioned for both.
Huh?
Exactly, exactly, exactly,
I listen,
exactly.
if it's me, listen, maybe it's just me. I would petition straight for the champ. You're gonna give me this title shot that you promised me already. But listen,
Not me.
Excuse
I'm
me.
O'Shaquie Foster. I
Hello.
want multiple options. I want my belt and I
There you
want to
go.
attack
There
Money
you
in the Bank.
go.
I
I
love
want
it. I
multiple
love
options.
it. Hey,
Hello.
There
but
you go.
listen, Alan, thank you for tapping in, man. Appreciate you. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Yo, feel free to
Hold on.
tap in anytime. Make sure you
Hey,
subscribe to Brunch
much.
Boxing on all platforms, man. Much love and respect to you, my brother.
I'm going to do it. Much respect, guys. Have a fantastic show. Happy weekend, and hope everybody enjoy this fight this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Peace.
Hey, before we move on from this topic, we do have another guest, man. I don't know if you saw it. Bellini nominee, host of the longest running YouTube show on boxing,
And Bellini Award winner.
former Bellini Award winner, J.R. Bello, the boxing source. What do you got to say about the Shakur O'Shaquie Foster situation?
Yo,
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know what went on, man. Now I can't even hear Huey.
Oh,
I hear
well,
you.
he's
We
talking
hear
to you.
you.
But
All
we
right.
could barely hear you. I got to be honest with you.
All right. Yo, all right, Dan, hold on. But I was gonna chime in on the joint that y'all was just talking about with
Lester
Christian and Billy
Martinez.
and Lester Martinez. Like this is the same thing with Lester Martinez. As we mentioned, we did see the fight there in Allegiant Stadium with Lester Martinez and Christian and Billy. Yes, they were trying to push for a rematch, but apparently, as Matt was talking about, Gary Jonas had plans for Lester Martinez. Okay. At the time, they were planning on having Lester Martinez in a bout that was going to be on ProBox TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't Christian and Billy that was saying that he didn't really want the thing there for the rematch. It was
Mm-hmm.
with Lester Martinez side that didn't want that. So if they would have went forward with that, then you would have likely had
Oh,
Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez rematch, and it would have been for the WBC title.
okay.
Now
I'm fine with that, right?
this is coming from Mauricio Suleiman, who I spoke with a couple of days ago when I brought up the instance of Christian and Billy being named as the full champion. Okay.
No, and I'm okay with that, right? But Christian Billy doesn't have a fight right now. Am I right or wrong on that?
Uh,
Uh, he doesn't have a fight that he announced, but in speaking to him last week, sounds like he has a fight.
Okay.
yeah,
All right. All
he
right.
is, in the works of having a fight, and that Matt and myself could reach out to the reps from Eye of the Tiger Promotions. Shout out Eye of the Tiger. As far as like any updates in reference to that. Okay. Now, given the freshly released rankings from the World Boxing Council, not the World Boxing Confederation, as was it Nick Khan was saying. You do have Santos Saul Alvarez Barragan as the number one ranked contender currently. We know that Hamza Shiraz is, kind of busy with another fight that's supposed to be lined up. So after that is Lester Martinez at number
Yep.
3. So if you have and Billy and he's not facing Canelo, then guess who is next in line?
Well,
Lester
it might not
Martinez.
be Lester Martinez because
Might not.
JR didn't mention this, but
Nope.
Christian and Billy did also mention Jamal Charlo and Edgar Berlanga as potential opponents.
Yes,
Come
he
on, what are we
wants
doing?
big
What are we
fights. Okay,
doing?
he
This guy
wants
don't want
big
to fight
fights.
Lester. He keeps bringing up every other name besides
He
Lester.
said, listen,
He wants big
listen,
fights.
listen, I want big fights. I
Oh,
want big fights.
Yes.
I want
oh.
big fight
Yes.
first. I deserve big
How
fights.
often? How
Yes.
often? Oh God! How often do we see this? Some guys aren't stars. It's okay. Some guys are right there are mid carders. Okay, and I'm not saying Lester. I'm not saying that Billy isn't a good fighter, not gonna be a great fighter, but he's not a star. Okay, he's not a big name.
Hey, listen.
Jamal Charlo probably doesn't even know who you are, Billy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay,
Oh, that's rude. That's rude.
I'm just telling you
That's
right now. It's like,
rude,
how long do we
man.
have to do this? Dude, this is the problem. Everyone wants a big fight. I get it, but you know what? The guys that get big fights, they don't have to chase them. They come to them. That's where you get a big fight. Earn the big fight. Quit trying to get big fight because you got to draw. You got a big fight because you got to draw. I don't understand.
He said, I want big fight next. And then later, we fight Lester Martinez.
Yes,
He's not gonna
Caleb
get Jamal
Plant,
Charlo.
Caleb
You know
Plant,
what the thing is?
Charlo.
Just come to me, right? All you have to do is just come to me and be like, hey, I want this fight.
And he mentioned Caleb Plant too.
Yeah, he's not
Yes.
gonna get Caleb Plant. He's not gonna get Caleb Plant.
Hey, you know what, Ezra? I'm glad you're not his manager.
Yeah, because that would be
Right.
common sense. I'd be like, hey, we're not getting that. And every time we don't fight, we're losing $600,000.
Now,
So
real
you know
quick,
what we
hold
fight
on,
for?
real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Ezra, but for the first time in the history of brunch boxing, Basquiat NYC has a good comment. Can you pull up his latest comment, Huey? And
Here
Billy
you go.
pulling a Bakram. Now that could be a great comparison. Maybe he is pulling a Bakram where he's looking for these big fights that will never materialize, and he's going to end up sitting on the shelf and
Yeah, but-
fighting
but-
someone we don't care
he's
about.
not even doing
Well,
that.
I'm
No,
really
no,
nervous
no.
after that last
I
performance.
disagree with
Hilarious.
that. Here's the difference between Christian and Billy and Bakram Murzaliyev. Eye of the Tiger Promotions being
Yes.
based in Canada.
Oh, they do big shows out there in Montreal.
Yeah, they do big shows in Montreal. So I mean, it really wouldn't matter if he would get a big name or not. They will find somebody within the rankings to have Christian and Billy defend the title in Canada or in France or Cameroon or whatever.
You know what-
They can
you know what-
they can put them against Emmanuel.
Wait,
Lehman.
Ezra. We
All
got
right.
a comment from Cassius Cada, who is in the boxing industry, and this is something that I also heard. He says a friend who's close to Team Iglesias and Osley's himself said that they offered Lester Martinez the IBF World Title fight right after they declined and Billy, and Lester said no. We also reported that.
Yeah,
So what
and
are
that's
we
a
doing
mistake.
here?
And that's a mistake. And
Okay.
I'm ready. Here's the beautiful thing. I could criticize both. They should have took that fight. If you need a fight and you want a title, take that fight. Right? If you're listen, there's some guys have to get it out the mud. Okay, they're not gonna be handed to you. You're gonna have to go through hell to do it. Okay, and that's what it is with Lester. I'm sorry, Lester, that you have to do it too. But in Billy, off a draw, I'm sorry, there's no big fight coming to you. Okay, there's no big
We'll
fight
see.
coming.
We'll see. We'll
Wait,
see.
wait,
Because he
well,
does.
okay,
He does.
maybe he
Listen.
gets-
Listen.
Maybe
He
gets
does very
Munguia.
well in Montreal. But let me ask you a question. So you're telling me that if Billy fights Munguia or Berlanga next in Montreal,
not
that's not going
fighting
to be a big event out
Berlanga.
there?
They're not gonna fight Berlanga. He's not gonna fight Berlanga.
All right. But let me ask you a question. If one of those two fights are next,
Munguia's a good one.
Is that a big fight in Montreal? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think it'd be a decent fight in Montreal. I think it'll be a decent fight in Montreal.
It'll sell out the Bell Center, Ezra.
Okay, all right. We'll see. I think sometimes we give you guys a little bit too much credit.
All right, we'll see. What's next, Huey?
All right, next up, we see that Gervonta Davis is reportedly back in the gym. Do we care? Is there anything significant to this?
I care.
What do you care for?
Well, he's your number 2 overall pick. You
What do you
have to
care for, Matt? What do you care for?
He
What do you
cares
care
for the boxing draft,
Because
Ezra.
here's the thing. I still want to see Tank back in the ring.
You know what?
Listen,
Let me tell you why I don't.
Listen,
Let me tell you why I don't. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Ezra, the more Tank is outside the ring, the more he gets in trouble.
He gets in trouble no matter what. The more he's inside the ring, outside the ring, he's in trouble. I don't understand what you're talking about. He gets in trouble a lot. And you know why I don't want to see it anymore? Let me tell you why I don't want to see it anymore. Because Tank fans, right? If he loses, we'll say, well, that's not the right Tank. He was going through all these things. I don't care for it. I don't care for these excuses. I'm counting right now.
Like one of these
I don't think
weird
Tank's a good person.
guys, man.
I don't want to see Tank benefit. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear the excuses.
Hey, you know, some people might think that someone who gives their word and then reneges the next morning saying that they had to sleep on it, someone might say that they're not a good person either.
Huey, what does I need to sleep on it mean? It means I'm thinking about it.
No.
That's exactly what it means. If someone tells me, yeah, I got a job for you, and then I would say, okay, let me sleep on it. I'm not thinking they says, oh, that guy will be here tomorrow. No,
you said it was a done deal, but we're not going to get into that.
I said, let me sleep on it.
We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. But I'm hearing that Tank is in the gym, and he needs the gym because I don't know if you guys saw his booking information when he got arrested. They said he was 160 pounds. God damn.
The excuses are already coming. The excuses are coming. He's out of shape.
He was adding weight to fight Jake.
He's out of shape. He's out of shape. He's not training. He's got a lot of things going on in his life. The excuses are adding up.
Listen. He's going to be back before we know it. So let's just see where he goes from here. What else we got, Huey?
One question before we go. Will he be back against anyone we care about him fighting?
Want me to answer that question?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. What is the lowest level of fighter you care about?
I mean, he's a champion, right?
Floyd Schofield.
All right. Would you care if he's back against Schofield or
yeah, I would care about that. Schofield would be acceptable. I think that's about the lowest level opponent that would be acceptable.
All right. So if that's the level of opponent, yes, he will be back against the one that you care about.
All right.
And then they'll have excuses if it's a tougher performance.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And then Tank will be at the press. Then Tank will be at the press conference like, I don't even like doing this. I don't even want to do this anymore. That's the thing about this. I don't need to do this anymore.
This is why I don't like to come on camera, because I don't want people to see how just annoyed I get at everything Ezra says. That's fine. He's just annoying. You're just like a little fucking gnat, just bugging the shit out of me. God damn.
That's what the truth does. When you don't want to hear it, that's what the truth does.
Jesus.
JBZ, I saw you join back. Did you have anything to add on Gervonta Davis before we move on?
I mean, I think he will kind of get back in the ring probably May or June, given the current circumstances of what happened, with the courts. That tells me that, hey, they might have something where he could still fight. So I see him returning to the ring in, by June.
What's the most unsettling thing a boxer could hear? That you're on a Gervonta Tank Davis undercard?
I see what you did there, Ezra. I see what you did there. All right. Moving on here. We got Bakr Murdazaliev's team petitioning the IBF for an immediate rematch with Josh Kelly.
This is
one, do you think he deserves it? And two, do you think he gets it?
No.
This is the stupidest thing.
No.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
No.
Like,
what's the reasoning? Wait. Can someone say the reasoning? Because it's a dumb reason.
He said the reason is because the judges had a 10-10 round, and if they would have scored a round for him, it would have been a draw. He would have kept the belt.
If I was a foot taller, I'd be 7 feet. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know what the hell that means. If every judge scored rounds for him that they didn't give him, he would win. Of course, that's called scoring a fight. They didn't feel like you won the fight, won the round, idiot. So what the hell am I talking? You should have scored that 10-10, even though it's in the rules, it's allowed. What the hell are we talking about? This sport is pissing me off. I'm trying to be positive today, Matt. And maybe Prince inspired me. A guy that just shoots from the hip, maybe inspired me. But that is the stupidest reason. If I would have got that round, I would have won. Well, hell, if Pacquiao would have got more rounds against Floyd, he would have won. Should we do a rematch there? What the hell are we talking about? What the hell are we talking about?
That rematch. So, I mean, that's a bad idea.
Bro, this is the stupidest thing in the world. This is dumb. This is
too bad. So sad. You lost to the mandatory. You don't get a rematch. You can't get a rematch. Let's just see if you just get back in the ring or you'll end up with super boxing.
Exactly. Get that son of a bitch off the field.
Anything else on Bakram?
No. Listen, we don't have to talk about him no more because he lost. Sorry. We don't got to talk about him no more.
Man,
What do you?
the man ain't fought for over a year. He gets to fight there against Josh Kelly is mandatory. He should have took care of business, defeated Josh Kelly, and kept the belt. Now we don't have a belt. Now we can't get back on any type of TV. Like I said, don't be surprised if you see him in Zuffa boxing.
All right, last thing. We got some rumored fights for the Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman undercard. Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Newman and Yoel Luis Hernandez versus Jahai Tucker. What are our thoughts on this?
Here's my thoughts. That better be the prelim. That's my thought. Listen.
That's the YouTube portion of the card.
Listen. If any of these fights is not the prelim, that's not going to be a good card. I'm gonna say it outright.
Hernandez versus Tucker's a good fight.
I don't care.
No, it isn't.
No.
Why? Why isn't
listen,
it?
Hold on. Listen, whether or not it's a good fight doesn't matter. That's not a pay-per-view level fight. I don't want to see it on the pay-per-view telecast. If you're telling me that Yo-Yo versus Jahai Tucker is the main event of the prelim, then I'm okay with it. But don't fucking tell me that this is gonna be on the pay-per-view portion, because then I'm gonna tell you that this card is probably not going to be that strong.
Yeah, I mean
that's facts.
Move on, Huey.
As far as whether it belongs on the main card, whatever, I agree. I see your point.
Yeah. We don't want to hear your opinion. Let's move on, Huey.
I see your point. I'm just saying that's a good fight. Yoel Luis Hernandez. I don't know.
Hey, you probably want it to be the co-feature.
No, of course not. But I think it's a good fight.
I think it's a good. I'm looking forward to watching that fight on YouTube.
yeah.
Here we go, Ezra. Your favorite part of the show. We got the EzRaw report card. Caroline Dubois is set to take on Terry Harper in the main event of an MVP on Sky Sports. All women's cards. What are your thoughts on the matchup and the grade for the rest of the card? Do you have the rest of the card?
I've seen it. I'm not gonna go through it, but it's a good card. It's a good women's card, and I'm excited what they're doing with the women's schedule. Now, it's clear to me that they're obviously going to try to get every women's fighter and build a structure around it, and that's a very, very good idea. It's a very good idea, and it's not a huge cost of an idea. So you can make these fights, I think, pretty easily. So they're going to get the matchups they want. I think that Dubois versus Harper is a very good fight. I like that fight, and these are names I recognize. They're names that people recognize. I like this card. I think this is a solid B+ to an A- card, honestly, for a women's fight. For women's card, I like this card. I think it's a very interesting card. So I think it's something to watch, and there's going to be a lot of attention on it because it's the first fight of their deal. So I think that's like I said, I have interest in this. I think this is the right direction. This is a very, very smart move by MVP.
Matt, any thoughts to add on what?
Great stuff.
All right,
and it's the A+. This is the A+ card.
All right, let's move on to today. Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa. Ezra, what's your breakdown and report card for this event today?
Listen, the undercard doesn't wow me, but the main event is a good main event. It's a solid main event. I like the style. Sometimes it's just a style main event, and the styles make the fight. And this is a good style. I don't think Brandon Figueroa is going to win this fight. I don't think that. I don't really give him a good chance. Here's the thing. What I say, Matt, I'm not going to be made a fool again. I'm not going to say, oh, this guy doesn't have a shot. No. There's a shot because this is the kind of fight that he'll want to fight. The style that it's in, he's going to be able to get the offense on that he wants to get off. But I think that Ball is fresher. I think Ball is in his prime. He's got less wear and tear on him. And Ball is actually pretty damn good. I think people want to underrate him.
What did you say?
What's that?
Did you say Ball is fresher? His dick got less wear and tear on him? What did you say?
No. What are you talking about? First of all, you got snow. You have snow in your ear right now. What are you talking about? I think that hood's on a little too tight.
Y'all open the show.
He did not say that.
Y'all open the show with a questionable comment, and now
listen,
we doing this.
You are going with Ball. I'm going with Figueroa, the heartbreaker, to break the hearts of the UK fans. I think Figueroa is going to come out with the decision victory, and Huey, put that on the spreadsheet.
And I'll take Ball by stoppage.
All right.
Okay. Whoa. That's not what we agreed to before.
What do you mean we agreed to?
That is what he said before. That's what I had written down. That's what I had written down before you guys even said anything right now.
Okay. All right. Maybe I misheard him. Or maybe here go Huey again, defending his boy.
No.
I tell you right now, though, like I said, what Ball does in the close to inside is something to pay attention to. He's a lot more clever on the inside than people give him credit for. He also uses his physical advantages, which being smaller and shorter arms, to his advantage because on the inside it's easier for him to gain range. So you got to watch stuff like that.
Let me ask you a question.
Figueroa can withstand and not
Bro, we know you're smart. We know your breakdown. All right.
not smart. It's not about being smart. I just want to get people something excited.
Let me ask you a question. Is there any fight on this undercard that we should have even a modicum of interest in?
I think it's just a main event. It's one of the main event. It's one of the main event nights.
Okay. All right.
Boxing scene schedule doesn't even have any other fights listed for the card on their site.
Yeah, so, it's just main event. It's just the main event. It's just the main
all right. And then looking forward to Tuesday of this week, we have Joshua Pagan, who, if you haven't heard it, there is an interview that Matt did with him available on all platforms outside of YouTube. Fighting Brian Jimenez, also Caroline Vare versus Delphine Persoon.
Matt, give us what you think of this fight.
It's gonna be a great event. Salute to Salita Promotions, friends of the show. Make sure you guys tune in on the zone. That's all I got for you.
That's good. That's good.
That's all I got for you.
Tune in.
Now, I want JR, you got anything to add for that?
Just tune in. That's all. Just tune in.
Yeah.
And make sure you go listen to the Brunch Boxing interviews with Carolyn Vare and also with Joshua Pagan. We did do some interviews with them, so make sure you guys go check that out on all streaming platforms. Hey, Ezra, is there any way we could get our interviews up on YouTube?
Yeah, there's a way.
Yeah, give me.
Is there any way? Let me rephrase that. Ezra, is there any way that you could put our interviews up on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll go over. I do have to have some questions with Huey on that, but yes, we can figure it out.
Yeah, we can do that though, and then moving forward, I can get that posted when I do the Spotify stuff. If we want them on YouTube.
Okay, good.
I've been trying to figure out an idea of how I want to do that because we don't have video for it. So I've been playing with some stuff in the Adobe.
Yeah, just use like a picture of the fighter.
Yep. I want to make it look a little better for it. So Ezra, Matt, since we're moving on, we went over the fights for this weekend. Make the people some money.
All right. So I don't have the odds in front of me.
I told you I have the odds for you.
I know. I just don't have them in front of me. But this is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna take Nick Ball by stoppage.
Okay.
I'm taking Nick Ball by stoppage. Now let's get to the Super Bowl. We got Super Bowl this week. I'm not excited for it. I don't really care about it. I care about the halftime show more than anything. But I don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about it. I don't think it's a good game. I think the Rams should be there. But I think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think this is too much for Drake May. It reminds me a little bit when Goff got there early. I think this is going to be something similar to that. But the Seahawks are going to score more. The Seahawks are going to score more. They're going to be more effective. I'm going to take the Seahawks. What's the spread here?
4.5.
Way past it. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Wow.
Over 4.5.
So just that 2-leg parlay from Ezra plus 619.
Woo-wee, really?
Plus 619.
Really?
Nick Ball by stoppage, Seahawks to cover the spread, plus 619.
I've only hit one bet this year so far. I've only hit one. We are in the red. I think we're close. We're close to the red. We're somewhere to the red or at broken even. This I feel very good about this one.
And for me, I have a very simple straight bet, guys. Brandon Figueroa by decision against Nick Ball. Okay, guys? Just a regular straight bet. Brandon Figueroa by decision is plus 490.
Ooh-wee.
Okay, all right.
With that one.
Now, if you guys want to know my Super Bowl pick, my official Super Bowl pick, I will be giving it away tonight on a special football edition of Brunch Boxing.
I love it. What else we got?
All right. Moving on. Matt.
Quick hits. We're going to go to quick hits.
Oh, we're going to speak. Okay, I was going to say, are we doing the booking the territory or not? Okay.
So we're going to go to quick hits.
First up, we got Christian Medina successfully defending his WBO Bantamweight Championship over Adrian Curiel. What should be next for Medina?
I think he might be a future Bam opponent. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Bam can't get the undisputed. He just moves up and fight Medina for the 118-pound bout. I think that might be happening. I seen him yesterday. He looked good. It was a good performance. This guy was undersized, but
You're really going to give Matt the narrative right away that he's going to move up after Junto leaves?
Yeah.
You're
I said,
gonna
listen,
hand him that on a silver platter?
what did I say? I said he would go to 118 and then go to fight in a way at 122, or whoever fights wins that fight. What do you think, Matt?
I think he unifies with Jose Salas Reyes next.
Okay.
Chapulin, El
All
Chapo. He unifies with him. All Mexican War. Oh man, that's gonna be really, really good.
All right. WBA and WBO unified flyweight champion Renee Santiago is set to take on Masataka Taniguchi on April 3rd in Tokyo. What do we think about this matchup?
Give us your thoughts, Matt.
I don't think it's a great matchup. I think Taniguchi is too small for him. Now Taniguchi is exciting. So someone like Lord of the Flyweights, he's gonna try to tell you how it's a great fight and stuff like that. I think Renee Santiago cleans him up.
Okay.
All right. Mark Masayo is moving up to 135. Who do you want to see him fight?
I want to see Mark Masayo in a mini WBC tournament to crown a new 135-pound champion.
You want to add Mark Masayo to a mini tournament? How much guys are in this mini tournament?
Let's do 6 people. Let's go.
How would that work?
Oshaki Foster, Hadi Herrera, Lamont Roach, William Zepeda, Mark Masayo, and then we can do
Who gets the bye week?
Andy Cruz. What do you mean bye week?
6 guys, you said, right?
The two
Do
first
like a
seeds.
round robin, or what
Well,
we can
Americans
do-
don't understand
Hold
round robins.
on. What we can do is we have Oshaki versus Roach,
Okay.
and we can have Zepeda versus Masayo, and then the winner fights Herrera.
I'm just curious, how is Masayo fitting in this whole mix of the
Because Masayo was going to be fighting for WBC 130-pound title. But
Is
he
it
decided to move up.
Javier Herrera like number 1 or
He's the interim champion right now.
so
But
why wouldn't he be in the
hold
tournament?
on. I don't know if you've noticed, the WBC have not been just promoting interim champions lately. They've been trying to order them a fight. So I want to see them order him a fight.
Nothing
or
better
put him
than
in the
ordering him in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if he's been listening since the jump. I don't know if he heard you guys earlier talking about Shakur and decided to join the stage. But we have former Bellini Award winner, host of the Sunday Morning Sermon, TY. What do you got to say for the show?
Listen, I ain't hear none of the show.
My bad. Also, host of the RNS podcast.
Yes, we coming in tonight. What's up, fellas? What we say about Shakur? Matt,
MAGA, baby.
MAGA? What are you talking about?
So what was it? Here you said something about Shakur. What y'all talking about?
They were talking about the Shakur Stevenson and Oshaki Foster potential fight.
Forget about all that. How about you tell us, what are you getting on the show for, Ty? What did you want to talk about?
I'm talking about guys. I want to know what the hot topic was. You know.
You just joining the conversation, man.
Yeah.
Right. How do you feel about Mark? How do you feel about Mark Masayo moving up to 135 pounds, Ty?
I mean, it's probably about that time. I mean, he even at 126, 130, 135 wide open. He could fit in there. It's wide open at 135.
They should put Gary Russell in the 135-pound tournament too, Ezra.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, are we just throwing any names in? Does anyone have to earn it?
Come on, bro.
Hold on, Matt. But here's the thing: if you throw Gary in a tournament, how long does that tournament take to finish?
Hey yo!
All right, I'm gonna play that.
I don't like your attitude. I gotta be honest with you. I don't care for your attitude.
This week.
I hitting the drums on that joke.
I knew it was coming too. I knew it was coming.
Yep.
But I thought it would be that jackass over there with the slick back.
All right, Michael Conlon is set to face Kevin Walsh on an MF Pro event in Belfast on March 20th. Do we have any thoughts on this?
Who?
I do. You know who Michael Conlon is?
I didn't hear what he said. Michael Conlon? Okay.
Michael Conlon. So don't say who's.
When I said who,
hold on.
That's what I needed to hear. Who was he talking about?
Don't say who. Say I couldn't hear you. Because when you say who, it almost seems like you're being dismissive of the fighter, like the fighter's nobody. Just letting you know.
That's right.
Just letting you know.
Let me tell you something. If we're still holding our breath for Michael Conlon fight in the year of our Lord 2026,
all I know is Michael Conlon is going to be fighting St. Patrick's Day weekend in Belfast, Ireland. That is a huge deal. It's going to be a huge event. And I'm hearing, and I don't know if I can't put this out yet, but I'm hearing there's going to be a very interesting lightweight fight on this card.
Why don't you just
With
break it?
Can I hit your
but,
music?
but no, because I was told it's not ready yet.
Okay.
Come
I was
on.
told I can't put it out yet.
Mm.
But
So it
but
can't even be a rumor report.
a former Mayweather Promotions fighter who is very familiar with everyone on boxing Twitter is going to be fighting on that card.
Okay.
Just go look at the MF Pro roster and you can figure it out.
Okay.
Hold on. The guy that lost to Danny Jacobs, Puerto Rican kid.
He's a lightweight, right?
Lightweight, Ty.
Oh,
Lightweight.
lightweight. You say, oh, lightweight. My bad. Okay. Maybe promotions.
Yeah. Oh, everyone knows him.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now, but I remember him from the spaces.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on.
That's the end of what we got for quick hits. Matt, what do you got for the people?
I have a lot of articles that you guys should be checking out on the Brush Boxing website. We're doing 28 fighters in 28 days for Black History Month. So we're doing a doubleheader today with 2 fighters because I didn't post last night because I gotta be honest, I was exhausted. But 28 fighters in 28 days for Black History Month. We're gonna spotlight a black fighter every single day for Black History Month. So make sure you guys go check that out. It's gonna be on the Brush Boxing website. So far we have done Eddie Booker, we have done Mark Two Shop Johnson, and we have done Hank Henry, who I just found out is the grandfather of Tony Harrison. Who fucking knew?
Wow.
That's
Not me.
insane. Yeah,
Not me. I
that's
didn't.
insane. That's insane. So you guys, please go check them out. You know, I know you guys just love news and all this other stuff, but just for a little historical perspective about the African American contribution to the sport of boxing. Oh, and I also did one on Sam Langford, the Boston Tar Baby, which was excellent also. So make sure you guys go check that stuff out. We do have some interviews coming up. So make sure you guys check that out. We're probably gonna have some interviews next week. A lot of good stuff coming down the pipe.
Yeah. Question. You said you were exhausted last night, right?
Yeah,
Why were you exhausted last night?
ask your lady. But anyway.
Okay, JBZ, JBZ, what do you got for the people? Where can they find your work?
We gotta go on the Boxing Source YouTube channel. We do have interviews that was conducted by Mr. Matt Brown of Brunch Boxing, who did speak with the Bronze Bomber, the Slim Reaper, the Alabama Slammer himself, Deontay LaShawn
Pause.
Wilder. Okay, and we do have the post up for Derek Ward Chisora on there as well. Also have interviews with Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president, and also with John Scrappy Ramirez. And also, we did have a conversation, myself and Matt, with the Black Lion Kingsley eBay after he had that fight against Sherelle Big Baby Miller. So all of that is on the Boxing Source YouTube page.
Yes, and also look out for my interview with Shelly Finkel. He had some very interesting things to say about Al Heyman and PBC. And also look out for my interview with MF Pro President Amir Abdallah. Okay, MF Pro is coming to the United States. You heard it here first. MF Pro is coming to the United States. And Amir Abdallah details where they're at in the company, who they have in the company, and some very interesting things that they have coming down the pike for boxing fans everywhere.
TY, big sports weekend. We got the Super Bowl coming up. What can people look forward to with the RNS podcast and the Sunday morning sermon? Tell them where to find you and what they can expect.
All right, well, listen. Well, you start with Sunday morning sermon, the most consistent platform on boxing Twitter. But listen, tomorrow we're of course we're doing Super Bowl, and me and your guy Matthew Brown, we're reviewing the J. Cole album. And we're giving our official rating for the J. Cole album tomorrow. And then the RNS podcast tonight at 6:30, we're doing Super Bowl preview. Matt's smiling because I don't want to laugh because like y'all podding together. So it's a team. We doing a subject about should Bad Bunny be doing
MAGA.
oh yeah,
Come
should Bad
on,
Bunny be
come
doing the
on,
Super
MAGA.
Bowl?
Ty. Come on,
MAGA.
Ty.
Listen,
What are we doing here, Ty? What are we doing here?
why you don't attack me?
Let me tell you.
What are you here
Listen,
for?
two
Ezra,
things.
you know this is his co-host topic. You know this is
Oh,
his
I'm asking a
co-host
question.
topic.
As real quick, I'm about to end y'all show. But hypothetically, right, as if Matt had a subject you didn't want to talk about, you still gonna talk about, right? Because Matt part of the team, right? So you have to talk about it because that's what you want to talk about. Because sometimes might be things he want to talk about. I don't want to, even know. I mean, as
I'm just going to say this. Tune into the RNS podcast because I will be joining the RNS podcast tonight. Okay? I will have two things for you. I will have a full review of J. Cole's album, right?
Okay.
The Fallout, a full review of it, right? And I will be challenging whatever dumb point the Tut has to make about why Bad Bunny should be the
Hey,
one more
hey,
as
real quick, Todd. Spoiler
go ahead.
alert. Spoiler alert. My review of the J. Cole album. Hated it.
Hey, Matt.
But you ain't do what I asked you to do, though,
say
Matt.
this.
You
I'ma
listen
say
to it one
this.
time, though. You ain't do what I asked
And,
you to do.
yeah, he listening to it one time, and it's probably gonna take him a while to listen to it again. He like, good Lord.
No. I'm still listening to it, Ty. And I'm about to hit the gym, and I'm
I
gonna
got
listen
you,
to
homie.
it while I'm on the treadmill.
All right, Ezra, what can
Well,
the
that's
people
great,
expect
Ezra.
from you? What can the people expect from you outside of your appearance on the RNS podcast, and where can they find it?
You guys got to tune in to the midweek brunch boxing. This might be, honestly, this stuff right here is good stuff. I'll tell you, it's a little bit of a looser vibe. It goes off the rails sometimes. If you missed this past week, I mean, we got into the most heated argument we've gotten in a long time on this show about the whole UFC system versus the boxing system and whatever. Tune into this show. This is a great show. Huey, will this episode be up on Spotify soon?
Yeah. The few episodes, a few interviews, a couple of last week's episode, the midweek episode, and then this episode will be going up here in the next couple days. So there was a lot of interviews posted here about 1 or 2 days ago, so everyone can go catch up on those, and we'll get everything up from this week posted to Spotify, Apple Music.
Ezra.
Wait, hold on. Catch the
Ezra.
midweek episode on Wednesday night, midweek episode of Brunch Boxing. Also, I will have Monday. You will have the weekend wrap up. It's my weekly show where I catch you up on everything that happened boxing for the weekend.
All right, and Ezra, I can send you the website, and you can have the midweek show up in 5 minutes.
I already got it. I just got to do the post editing and get it up on.
Going forward, though, I will try to help you with putting these up because there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's a lot of content coming out, so I'm going to try to help out on that.
Yeah, but for now, make sure you guys go check out my full-length interview with Prince Patel. Very interesting interview. We also had an interview with Abner Teixeira. We had an interview with the hitman, Christopher Houston. We've had interviews with Carolyn Veer, Joshua Pagan.
Question.
A lot of great interviews we've had.
Should nicknames get retired?
No.
Come on. Hitman? Like, shouldn't that be done? Right?
No.
Sugar, shouldn't that be done now? Right? Should we retire them? We can't just let anyone have these nicknames.
Sugar, do you call him Sugar Shakur Stevenson, or do you call him the Outlaw Shakur Stevenson?
I don't call him any of those things.
I call him Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't have a nickname.
Sugar Shakur Stevenson? That was one of his names?
That's his nickname.
I don't think it is.
It is.
If I remember correctly,
Man, I've never heard that, to be honest with you.
If I remember correctly, when Tiafimo said that, I think Shakur said no, it wasn't his nickname.
Bro, that was Shakur's nickname when he first started boxing. What are you even talking about?
I'm glad they got rid of it. That is a terrible name.
They didn't get rid of it until Turkey Ala Sheik started calling him the Outlaw Shakur Stevenson.
Goodness, that's a terrible nickname too. Well, God, these guys, they need to get WWE's merchandise people on this job. Get some WWE.
We got Khan, right? Well, you know what I was gonna say? Was it Nick Khan or something with working with Turkey?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it there and merchandise these guys. Give them their own brand because this is stupid. That's a dumb nickname for both of those. Are dumb nicknames for Shakur. Yeah. Honestly, Shakur's name is great. He doesn't need a nickname. That's the one thing that's good about his name. He can literally just be Shakur. He's like,
like the Outlaw. Shout out to Turkey Ala Sheik. Send us some money.
That's a stupid nickname.
No, it's not. Send us some money, Turkey. Don't listen to Ezra.
I wanted. Let's do this. This is for all listeners. This is a fun little game we can do. Come up with nicknames for me. Okay, let's come up with some nicknames for me. Next week we'll read them off. Let's come up with some nicknames for me, and then we could put a whole new nickname on me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to filter those for the appropriateness of the show.
Exactly. And
Listen,
just so, and go look at Gritty and Trill.
Trill.
They've always heard Shakur refer to as Sugar. I don't know how y'all didn't know this, but okay.
that's a horrible nickname.
His
And
name
then
has
Matt,
always been Sugar Shakur.
you did mention this earlier in the show, but I think Dan might have missed it. So what was your plan for the vacant WBC 135 pound? If you just want to run through what that mini tournament you had and the idea and the names that you would presented.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a mini tournament with a mix of names like Hadia Herrera, William Zepeda, Lamont Roach, Mark McSayo.
Bro, those names, it's impossible to do that tournament. It's impossible to do that tournament.
Okay, we'll see.
But whether the names are accurate or not, ultimately you think the WBC is going to move towards the prospect of a tournament rather than just outright naming a vacant title fight.
Correct. That's what I think. If I ran the zoo like Gerald McGrew, that's what I would do. So I think Mauricio understands that being that people are so upset about Shakur, we're going to need a little tournament format for this.
They've done nothing positive PR wise lately, so let's see what they do. Let's see if they have a good one up their sleeve.
Yeah.
An ace.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be back later this evening on the RNS podcast. Matt's going to be giving his picks for the Super Bowl, as well as giving his feedback on the J. Cole album. EzRaw will be there as well. I might join. Matt, tell the people goodbye and send everyone home.
Hey, first of all, I got to give a special shout out to Prince Patel for invading the show, joining the show. Thank you, Prince Patel, for breaking that news with us about you and Ryan Garcia. Shout out to my man Cassius Cater for being the guy that has gotten us some great interviews lately. All these great interviews that you've been hearing lately on Brunch Boxing, you gotta salute my guy Cassius for that. He's out here doing his thing. He's a mover and shaker in the boxing world. And we're gonna have to update our movers and shakers list next week, Ezra, just so you know.
Am I a low-level mover and shaker in the boxing world?
I heard
75.
I heard that you're a shaker. Not sure if you're a mover. But shout out to him. Shout out to all the Brunch Boxing listeners who tune into the show every week, and the new ones that joined us today, like my guy Alan Day Sr. Appreciate you guys.
Bro,
Make sure
Alan
you guys.
had you on the ropes.
He didn't. Rope and dope. Make sure you guys support the platform. Brunchboxing.com is the website. Brunchboxing on Twitter. Brunchboxing on Instagram. Brunchboxing on TikTok. Support us on all platforms. Brunchboxing on Spotify. If you've missed any shows that we've had, and
that's not the rope and dope. That's a dope on the rope.
You can always support me directly. Hit the Cash App. $ is that your face? I got Venmo too. Is that your face? And I got Venmo too. So guys, just support your boy. Support your boy so I can get a coat.
Where did you go when you walked outside? Like, what did you just head in any direction? Like, I don't get where are you going?
I've just been walking. I gotta get my steps in. Gotta get my steps in. It's strange to walk around your neighborhood?
I just think, and I was getting to this earlier, but you said a crude joke, so I just stopped, right? But I was getting this earlier. You getting healthier has definitely detoured the show. And I've had to put more energy in. And I'll tell you right now, I try to get off coffee, right? So I try to get a little healthier. I try to get off coffee. I think I need the coffee back. To carry this show.
Wait, you're off coffee right now?
I'm off coffee. I've been off coffee for like 3 weeks now.
I can't tell.
Exactly, right? Because that's just raw energy. But when I'm on the coffee, that carries me throughout the whole show. But now I realize that Matt is giving me about 75% of what he used to do.
Listen, as Ezra said, that's raw energy. All right, man. But this has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our COO, the Mexican Al Heyman Mike. He is our host, EzRaw Boxing. He is our super producer, Huey P. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing, and we are out.